Welcome back, guys, to another Brokowskis YouTube video. Today we got 4 must-sit players. We think these players aren't going to have great games, either have terrible matchups, not good situations right now. Before we get into it, make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. We're going to try for 100 likes. That would be awesome. Let's get right into it.
Our first must-sit player this week is David Montgomery. David Montgomery is going against the Arizona Cardinals this week, and we do not love the matchup. David Montgomery on the year averages less than 2 catches a game, and with Chicago probably going to be down to Arizona, I do not like the receiving work for David Montgomery. There's a good chance he might get rushing yards at the start of the game. Arizona's going to take over early, and they're going to funnel out David Montgomery out of the game plan. David Montgomery on the year with Andy Dalton averages less than 16 rush attempts per game, and he only averages 11 PPR fantasy points per game with Andy Dalton. With them being down, plus the Bears having Andy Dalton as their starting QB, we do not love David Montgomery this week.
Our next must-sit player this week is Damien Harris. Damien Harris does not have a good matchup versus the number 5 ranked Bills, and the only reason they're ranked number 5, they were number 1, was because Jonathan Taylor went crazy against them. His touchdowns have been going down a lot recently. His last 2 games, he has 10 carries, 11 carries, and then 1 target with 1 catch in each game. Not great usage. He is the red zone back, so a touchdown could save his week, but if he doesn't score, he doesn't have great upside. The PPR upside is not there. Probably won't have a ton of rushing yards against this good defense. Plus, Stevenson has been taking a ton of touches lately. Stevenson in those same last 2 games, 12 carries, 9 carries, so a total of 1 more carry, and also has 1 target, same as Harris in both those games. Plus, last week, they both had 2 rush attempts within the 10-yard line, so they both did have the same red zone, goal-to-go attempts. So overall, if you have another good running back, we would highly suggest benching Harris for him.
Our third must-sit player of the week is Elijah Moore. Elijah Moore was on such a hot streak, everyone was calling him a fantasy breakout, but things will change with Zach Wilson. Last week was the 1 week Zach Wilson came back, and he only got 4 catches and 8 PPR fantasy points. He averages 3 catches on the year with Zach Wilson, and without Zach Wilson, he averages 6, so he gets double the usage without Zach Wilson as starting QB. Also, they're versing the Philadelphia Eagles, who are number 3 against wide receivers in fantasy football. The craziest stat of them all is this year, when Zach Wilson's a starting quarterback, he averages 6 PPR fantasy points per game, and hear this, without Zach Wilson, he averages over 18 fantasy points per game. If you can, I'd for sure sit Elijah Moore. He has a bad matchup, the quarterback's not in his favor, and I would not start Elijah Moore.
Our last must-sit player of the week is Dawson Knox. Dawson Knox, same with Harris in that Bills-Patriots game on Monday Night Football. We hate this matchup for Knox. Against the number 1 ranked team, Patriots are number 1 against tight ends. Always been known to take out tight ends from the opposing team's offense. He's been good as of late, but last game, he had 2 touchdowns on 3 targets. That is not sustainable. We do not expect that to continue. Plus, this is a rivalry game. We expect it to be more of a defensive game, not a ton of offense, not a ton of points. If you have another tight end on your roster that's solid, we would highly recommend starting him over Dawson Knox this week.
And boys, thanks so much for watching the video. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe. Every week we're coming out with starts and sits to help you guys win your fantasy matchup. Also, comment this keyword right here. If you comment it, we'll like and reply to your comment. And boys, hope you win your fantasy matchups. See y'all later.